There's one.
Start punching with it. So it's real. Ooh.
I got mine. Oh, mine's a good one, dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Free Experience. We're out there on the Delta and we got on a really hot punch bite, caught a couple good ones and some solid ones. And I just want to take a quick minute to talk to you guys about the setups that we're using and exactly what was going on, just to help you guys get an understanding, and hopefully you guys can walk away from this video with learning a little bit about some punching that'll hopefully capitalize in the future with getting some bigger fish or catching more fish, and just really getting the real understanding of punching on the California Delta. And everything you guys are going to see right here is going to be linked in the description. These are my sponsors, and my sponsors help me. They help you guys, where you could go down there, hit the links, check out all the stuff that you guys would like, and if you guys end up buying something, you could use code FREY at checkout to help you guys get started. And the setup of this has been my setup for like the last year. It's a Lew's custom speed stick. It's a 7.6 heavy, which I'm really liking how soft it is, and I'm liking really the feel of it. I'm having no problem ripping these fish out of some of the thickest stuff out there on the Delta. Paired up with P-line TCB braid, 65 pound, and then the real bread and butter of this setup is what I'm thinking is going to be making a big difference on the Delta this year, just because the punch bite for me has been kind of off, so I decided to go with something a little more finessey in a way, and that is a Magnum Rage Menace. I'll show you guys exactly what this bait looks like. You guys are going to see that this bait is really super cylindrical and finessey. I like that just because it kind of falls through some of the thick stuff out there on the Delta a little bit easier. It really does. I'm not getting caught up in some of the grass and the vines. And the vines are definitely like a blender when it comes to your baits. And everybody that punches on the Delta or punches anywhere knows those vines are the hyacinth really do a number on your bait. Really simple, guys. I started off with 1 1/4 ounce and realized that that stuff wasn't getting through there, especially in the corners where some of the tide and the wind has pushed in some of that floating grass and really compacted that stuff. So I ended up switching to 1 1/2 ounce, and then I have it pegged with a P-line peg because I really like that point of that. I think it really does help it fall through. And those bigger ones were definitely hitting it on the fall. When you're making that flip, I like to keep my my thumb on the line, so I'm kind of feeling that, and I'm able to just click it over real fast. I think that does make a difference because when those fish hit it, you got to be right there to get them. A lot of those times those fish are going to grab it on the fall, feel the weight, and drop it, especially if you're fishing areas that are heavily pressured. And then I just do my typical flip, let it fall, shake it a little bit, lift up, and I'm making sure that when I'm lifting up that this bait is coming all the way up and hitting whatever I'm punching. Especially if there's multiple layers of vines, I will bring that bait through the vine and then let it fall back through, because that is also making more vibrations and more noise. And hopefully those fish are going to come through and hear that noise and go investigate, and then see this tasted little morsel right there and then eat it. Some tips out there, you know, to kind of get a rough idea of what's going on, does put your foot in the door. But again, really, you got to get out there and you got to try it. And I mean, not going out there and, you know, punching for 20 minutes or 2 hours and, oh, this isn't working, I'm not getting bit. Now I'm talking all day, from the time you get on the water to the time you get off, and make sure that you're punching stuff differently. You know, if you're punching grass and you're not catching them, stop punching that grass, go fish the vines, you know, if that's not working, go try hyacinth, vary your depths, vary the structure that's underneath what you're punching, especially if it's floating. In my opinion, I think the easiest way to catch fish on the Delta, punching wise, is getting on those steep walls that have either hyacinth blown up or grass. Personally, when I started, it was just, you know, there's hyacinth all over the place. It gets blown into the rock levees, and basically you just go down there and you start chasing that. There's always going to be fish around it because there'd be a big old long stretch of levee rock and there's no shade. Those fish tend to flock to the shade. It's super duper easy, and my main thing is finding good stuff that's floating, whether it be vines or hyacinth or stuff blown into a pocket or even falling over dead tulies, is making sure that there's enough water underneath. I like clear water. It can be dingy, but I don't like punching chocolate milk. It makes it really hard for me, in my opinion. But finding that stuff that's, you know, 5 feet deep to 7 feet deep, sometimes 4 feet deep, sometimes 3 feet deep, as long as there's enough water in between what you're punching and the bottom, it really does make a difference, because it's really hard to catch fish in stuff that you're punching that is floating and then it just goes straight to the grass and it goes all the way down. Hopefully this video is going to help you guys out, and if it did, let me know. If you guys enjoy these videos on the Delta, of course, let me know. Make sure, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button to follow on this cringy journey of a YouTube channel that I have. But I'll see you guys at the first flip.
Oh, get out. There's one. Finally. That fish was just below the mat too. He's not big, but he's not a bad one. Gosh, another short, fat fish. Wow. Like ungodly fat. Like, look at that thing. Thing's a football. I could throw this in with a perfect spiral. We're Come on, look at that frog cast right there. There's got to be a fish in there. I know. That's the problem, though. That's their size.
Not a bad fish, though.
There we go. Oh. Oh.
Decent enough rod that I can use as a punching rod. And start punching with it. So it's real.
That's a better one. That's a better one, I think. Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Hit that thing on the fall, dude. He's barely hooked, too.
You got a net?
No, we don't use nets. I only net fish if it's a tournament or it's my personal best.
That's a nice 3-pounder.
Oh, it's over 3. He might go 4.
429.
429?
Wait. That sucker was what, a pounder and a half maybe?
Probably, yeah. Well, there was one right there.
What's that?
I got mine. Oh, mine's a good one, dude.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was.
Hopefully a fish. I got mine.
Christ almighty.
266, all right.